Hi everyone, so the title of our research is Conflicts of Interest of Pediatric Journal Authors. For some background, the Physician Payment Sunshine Act requires disclosure of payments made by drug and medical device manufacturers to physicians and teaching hospitals. It's been found that gender disparities exist in salary promotion and research. Therefore, the goal of our study was to quantify any potential conflicts of interest in pediatric medical journals. Following the flowchart on the right, we examined manuscripts published in 2018 in 6 pediatric journals divided by general and subspecialty journals. We then collected data using Open Payments database and ProPublica's Dollars for Docs.
So hopping right into our results, the graph on the left shows how physicians in a subspecialty field were paid in higher percentages. And when this data was analyzed, we found that to be statistically significant, and that's given by the asterisk on top of the graph. And then figure B also shows how those in a general field were paid in more amounts, although being paid in a lower percentage than those in a subspecialty. This graph here shows the 6 journals that we looked at following the top 10 paid physicians from each of the journals and their affiliated sex. As you guys can see, it is a male-dominated field in terms of that, because we only have two journals that have at least 4 female physicians that are in the top 10. And then this further shows how males were paid more in higher percentages that were given over 50% of the payments, as well as being paid in larger amounts given from graph B. And then this graph here just shows the types of disclosure statements that we have. We have unrelated, we have undisclosed, we have disclosed, and we have indeterminate. And the total amount of money gathered from those 4 types of disclosure statements were roughly over $4 million. And what was notable to see is that there was about 40% of the payments that were given and they were undisclosed payments, which was concerning. And then in terms of our conclusion, there were sex differences in conflicts of interest for authors in pediatric journals. These disparities may impact the field for female physicians, especially those going into pediatrics, and this can also impede on the manufacturing of medical devices and new drug treatments.
And a limitation of our study is that we only considered physicians practicing in the US and did not account for other conflicts of interest that may exist for those holding a degree or who live outside of the US. Overall, we would like to thank everyone for taking the time to listen to our presentation today.